Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Let's play another run. I rolled my dice. I got 5-4. This is not actually the window I need to go to figure out what I'm gonna do. It's logbook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stygian melting. Well, we just did a melting Stygian. Should we do a Stygian melting? Honestly, the answer to that question is no. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna do another run. Hopefully like a 1, 2, or 3. A 1, 3. So 1, we're gonna do Hellhorned Stygian. So standard run, start run, Hellhorned. Oh, with the queen. Oh God, I hate the queen. I still have no idea how to really work with her. And then Stygian, and then 1, 2, 3, Frozen Lances, depart. So we don't have torches, but we have Frozen Lances. The imps hit the frontline units, so maybe the Frostbite would be better, but at least we have the guaranteed output of the Frozen Lances. Seraph the Patient, Rally Incant. God, I hate this guy. Imp in a box, Flash Freeze Vent. I do like the Imp in a box. I like the Vent. Honestly, I like the Flash Freeze. I think it's all pretty good. Ooh. Constructed barrels explode twice. Kinda hate it. Let's go with the artifact first. Ooh. Summon 4 random units to the middle floor. Or 50% chance to daze units. Oh, it's so interesting, because if we daze units, we have a better chance of building up imp floors with the queen. But if we just put out 4 units, then we're guaranteed to get train stewards and imps. But I don't want to get imps out. I would have to remove all the imps. I feel like we need to build around the imps. So I'm gonna go Concussive Coals, even though I really like the other one. Rally plus 10, imp units cost less on the floor. Imp Parade doesn't seem that good, but Royalty needs a tank. But I'm gonna go Imp Parade. I wanna figure out how to make Imp Parade work. I don't think I've ever won with this one. Because the thing is, the queen doesn't scale. Non-boss enemy units get plus 4. I think we can do this, because they're gonna be stunned. Why does it say 2-2? 50% chance to apply daze when an enemy unit enters your train. Why does it say 2-2? Okay, it's gone. Not sure, I don't know. But yeah, Queen's Imp, or Imp Queen, Shardtail Queen, Queen Imp. We can play the Queen Imp, the Imp Queen, the Queen's Implings. Might as well play the Train Steward, might as well play the Frozen Lance, might as well play the Vent. Now I do need to kill you, and we can kill you, almost certainly. And a whole bunch of enemies down here are stunned, you love to see it. 5 damage to enemy units, I would love that down here. You can deal 10 damage and kill the Collector. Train Stewards can just go up, summon 4 energy. We don't need the energy. Except, oh, I was gonna put the energy into the vent, but that's okay. You're actually like still dead. Yeah. So don't play both Queen Imps. In fact, play one of them, just a tank. You can go there. And then play an Imp. Play a Frozen Lance. Play a Frozen Lance. The first card was not in fact a Frozen Lance, but it worked anyways, and we're good. That's a lot of imps. So if we can get a, Collector of Crowns, Consumer of Crowns, that would be amazing. And I do like the Welder Imp. I like being able to put armor on our queen. We will get the opportunity though to get Rage Imps and then Rage and Armor Imps, I think, at the same time. But I still like the Welder Helper. It's a great imp, and if you can put Endless on it, it's a great card to have. Magic Power this floor. We don't really care about Magic Power except for the Vent, but I don't think we need a Mollusk Mage. I think we just need attacks. And I do like Crypt Builder for doing raw damage, but it is expensive. We can make it cheap, we can make it cost 1. Where are we going after this? Magic Stygian unit Hellhorn unit. I think we want Hellhorn unit for the chance of getting the consumer. So we're going to be upgrading units. So let's get a cheaper spell like a Flash Freeze. It's targetable. We're going to like it. Strike, Frostbite, Incant Armor. I think you got to go Strike. It's too good to pass up. Put Quick on him, you know, because we are going for the Merchant of Steel. Put Quick on them, all of a sudden, you got a 10 out of 10 killer. And there you go. Railbeater, Horned Warrior. Armor 30, Strike, Pushback, or Horned Warrior, who's a 34. I'm gonna take the Warrior and hope to get tanks later. But we're gonna put Quick on Cold Celia to start with, and then I could put 25 health on the Welder Imp. Doesn't seem that good though. But yeah, let's just, you know, beef up the Horned Warrior a little bit. And I like that. We're gonna need either Large Stone or plus 10 attack on the... on Cold Celia. Actually, plus 5 would work. We're not facing Sap Seraph, so we just need a minimum of 5 damage, I think, to kill the units that we fight at the very end, so that should be okay. Now, we're gonna have a bit of a problem keeping our Sweeper alive if we put on the armor, but I think our Queen will do just fine on her own. I hope. Haste. Okay. I like it. I hate that you're there though, but Event will kill you. Cold Celia can also kill you, so I'm not that worried. And you're only doing 1 damage because everything else is stunned. I do like Concussive Colds for building a bottom floor with a normally pseudo squishy unit like the Shard Tail Queen Imp Parade here, so I certainly don't mind it. As for Cold Celia, I guess we would probably want her at the top floor. Yeah, we could put Frostbite on these guys, but I mean, I could put you down here, but there's not gonna be a lot of room for anything else. Like as soon as I put down the armor, there's not gonna be room for anything else. So let's put you up here. You can act as a tank for him, and then vent for 1 here, so we can just put an imp and an imp and a Frozen Lance and a vent. You guys should, you're not even getting real close to dying. Okay, well, we might take a little bit of damage on the top floor then. Never mind, we'll probably be okay. Almost. You know what, good enough. You know, the Rage Imp would have done it. Cold Celia would have wiped him. What am I doing? What am I thinking? By the way, bye-bye. We took 1 damage, who cares? Now you're taking 89. That's not that much. In fact, there's almost nothing that we can do here to up that. You're taking 104. Right. Unfortunately, when the Queen Imp runs out of imp capacity on her floor, turns out she can't really do that much, huh? Fortify, Rage, Piercing. Fortify and Hornbreak are both good, but I think we need to somehow stack up armor on our Queen, so I think I like it. Titan's Gratitude is very good with magic power, and it's just a good card. The discard does suck, but you know, you don't have to play it that often. You could just take another Flash Freeze. It's kind of better than a Frozen Lance, but we already have 3 of them. Can take the +8 magic power Mollusk Mage, but that'll just make the spells do slightly more damage. I think you skip. Incant Rage, another Sweep Frostbite, another Horned Warrior. I don't like Nameless Siren. There are Rage synergies, though, with Hellhorned. Okay, like multi-strike with that one rare Hellhorned unit that can apply more damage on multi-strike could be pretty good. I don't know what I clicked, but I clicked something. We're going this way, I guess. You know, fair enough. We'll heal up, forge our spells. Permafrost. I don't really want that. Magic power. I think we'll put that on event, -1. You could put this on event to make it do X+1 damage, so it'll always do a minimum of 2. But just making like free flash freezes is probably okay. You know, and it's something you can always play. Okay, now you got me interested. Spike drivers. Please tell me there's a unit upgrade coming up. There is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the spike drivers, we're gonna get as much money as we can on the next encounter, and then we're gonna upgrade these spike drivers with whatever we can. And then when we get 4 of them, they'll automatically get whatever the bonus is, because I always forget what it is. But the spiders are really good. And they'll synergize nicely with the rage imps as well. So we have some options here. We have some options here. I think we'll start with the queen at the bottom. I feel like that's almost always going to be your best choice. And then you're stunned. Let's put you up there. Our floor's kind of low right now. We have no synergies between really anything, but you know, things are kind of looking up a little, I guess. So we'll just kill you, and then you'll tank, I suppose. You're both dead. I don't care that you're really getting hit at all. Put you at the front just to tank a hit and free flash freeze. You know what? Stack up the frostbite. Pyre Chomper, Welder Helper. Well, the vent can just be played wherever, like on this floor. Why don't we keep buffing the armor on this imp? Oh, you know what? We don't have any torches. I guess we have the flash freezes, which we can use to kill our own imps. So if we can make an imp endless, we should make an imp endless. But for now, we'll just start by putting more armor on him just to act as a tank. Everything down here is stunned. We'll put an imp up here. Vent. Everything's dead. We have no capacity whatsoever for imps. Thanks for voicing the imps. I think the bonus is an extra stack of multi-strike and no longer duplicating. No, it's like, I think it's like +10 attack. They keep multi-strike, and then they lose the ability to duplicate. Because they have multi-strike 2 by default, and I think they keep multi-strike 2. Where is it? There it is. Unless they changed it. They could have changed it. You were dazed, but you still moved up. Well, you guys suck if you're gonna move up. Let's fortify you. You're gonna blow up. We're gonna kill some units. Nothing else really matters down here. Could vent. I think we just want to vent here, though, honestly. That way we can just, you know, keep doing more damage. In fact, we'll get some incants. That's honestly fine. You're all dead. Sweet. So don't play the spike driver. We want to upgrade it first, because if it dies, it's going to be hard to upgrade it. Honestly, if you go to the top floor, I don't care. We're quick. You know what? Probably should have played the flash freeze on you, huh? What do we got coming up? Imps, and train stewards. Well. Oh, excuse me, God. Cough. Oh, God. Man, this queen imp sucks. Pyre Chomper, Queen Imp. They both tank a hit. Get some more rage. I think we'll be just fine. You're dead. You are dying too, but you are also dying. That'll tank a hit. And then do this, do this. We really need to build up some sort of a synergy, but maybe the spike drivers are all we need. Good spike drivers being played over and over again. Impalate, holdover. The problem is, Railbeater is not that good. He's not really a tank. He doesn't really do that much damage. And like, we just don't care about another Siren until we upgrade the one we have. We don't care about another Horned Warrior until we upgrade the one that we have. And we're gonna be spending our upgrades on the spike drivers anyways. So I think you just go capacity so you can play more imps. And then we're just gonna go hard onto these imps. It's the best thing I think. It's the best thing I can think of. Now hopefully we get good upgrades for these spike drivers. No incant armor, please. This is perfectly, oh, a large stone! We can afford the large stone. We'll take a Demon Fiend. I'll take the Demon Fiend, but I don't think we're ever gonna play the Demon Fiend because we're gonna large stone the spike drivers. And then, I don't know, we could give them more health. We can make them 66s. Or you can make them 26 times 2s. Dude, I think you just make them 66s. And then we go full on capacity with spike drivers. And then we like go rage build or something. Because we will eventually get rage imps, right? Let me check. Yeah, add a rage imp to your hand. Yeah, it seems pretty good. So we'll just buff the health of the spike drivers, and then we're gonna give them infinite rage once per turn, and then they can even tank for the queen if we want them to. This seems perfectly fine. I don't care about losing out on a floor when I'm gonna get these amazing spike drivers out, but we need them to die. We need 4 of them so we can buff them permanently. So for now, we're just gonna start with Cold Celia and the Shardtail Queen. They're gonna live, they'll go on the bottom. You're quick. I think you're just gonna go out there so I can just play imps, honestly, and then, you know, there you go. And we're gonna constantly kill the clipped conduit every turn. So let me get the Siren out. No, we should... Okay, we're gonna get the Siren out, and we're gonna rage. Rage! Now just play the Queen's Imp. I actually want to... It doesn't matter if we keep him in the deck, let's be honest. We should really just play the imps once a turn. And the spell got the kill anyways, we didn't need it. We overthought that a lot. I mean, really, I think that you get a lot of value out of the Fledgling Imp. Now you're taking 82. Toss a couple of those out there. We still have capacity for the super mech spider up here. You're only taking 1 damage? That's not as much as I thought you'd be taking. I thought you would be dead, honestly, when you made it up to that floor. I guess not. Well, I'm gonna have to spend 2 imps to kill you, which is highly unfortunate. Are you dying? You can die. Now you're dead. Thank you. And then, I don't know, more incant. Yo, I need this. I need the spike driver. There you are. Because you have to die. You have to die in order for me to get another one of you in my deck. So hopefully you die. Hopefully, you know, you're the one who gets the kill on him. So honestly, I'm like, I just want the biggest imp floor up here at all time. Like, really? I could also kill my imps. 30, 16 times 2. I don't want you to die on this floor. I gotta be very careful about this. I'm like, oh, you're gonna do more damage as you move up though. I need to make sure you can die. Okay, well, you're gonna do 12 damage, you're gonna do 12 damage. That means you're gonna kill my imp in 5 turns. That means on average, we're gonna do about 25 plus 32, so we're gonna do about 57 damage a turn for 5 turns. That's about 250 damage. So you're gonna live at like 500 and something. Okay, so give me one flash freeze. I think that was more damage than I was expecting because of the stacking effects. They're gonna skip my floor too? No, they're not. That's what the sweeper is for. No unit will ever make it through that floor 2. You're taking 36 damage. That blows. I need you to die, Spike Driver Colony. Crap. I inflicted too much frostbite on you. Damn it, and I can't kill my own units. All right, well, I mean, you know, we failed, but we'll just do it again. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as we are living, you know? If it takes 4 turns, or 4 combats, it takes 4 combats, who cares? Now, admittedly, I do like Inferno for just wiping a floor. Like, if we get a lot of imps, it's like, you know what, just kill the floor so I can start playing cards again. But I also like Inflame for the rage and armor. Apply silence. So, we're fighting Patient? Yeah, so the unnamed tome just like completely and utterly cancels out the boons of this boss completely, so why would we take anything else? We could also duplicate our Spike Driver Colony. If we really wanted to, we could just duplicate him. Honestly, I think that you just go for the spell upgrades. Ascend or descend, apply days 2, X cost plus 3. We have vents, we'll take it. Holdover. This is a card I've been wanting. A holdover impalate is insane output. We can make it free. We could also, you know, hold over like an armor card or something, but eventually we're not gonna need those. Vent that just does plus 20. It's so much better at killing things. Then I'll spend to purge 1 card. I want to experiment with spending more to purge those cards on occasion. Enemy units get plus 6. So this should not matter that much because of the fact that we have a quick sweep who can kill the sycophants, and we have imps that can tank. As long as we put the sweep at the bottom, we'll be perfectly fine. Just don't give me negative capacity at the bottom. Oh, that's fine. You know, I don't know why I played them in that order. That was a little silly, but again, like, we should be okay because any single imp will tank for you. And then we just kind of move up a floor. So we'll just play that and then play an imp to get it out of our hand. Okay, there's our Spike Driver. We want the Spike Driver to die as quickly as possible, and then we'll tank it up with a fledgling imp. I don't want you to get the armor. I shouldn't have even played you. You deal 20 damage? That's a lot of damage. I should not have put the Nameless Siren at the front, for sure. They can kill your spike drivers. Well, I want the boss to kill the spike driver. I still want the spike driver out tank. It's fine. You know what? Honestly, you take the armor. That way you'll live for a turn, and hopefully I can, you know, take the effort to spend some spells on you. Dude, the concussive coals is amazing. As long as we're not relying on the frostbite shark, this is great stuff. 4 energy, deal 5 damage to enemy units. Man, I need more capacity to get rid of these imps. And as soon as we get the spike drivers, we're gonna be running out of capacity essentially instantaneously again. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of capacity problems. A lot of killing my own imps too, but you know, it's getting the job done. Alright, what are you doing? You're in for 5 times 5. You're not taking that much damage, admittedly. We'll play the quickness sucks down here. You know what, we should unname tome. The quickness means that we're gonna kill the sycophant in the back. It'll buff the boss, the self-made harpy. They'll do 7 times 5 instead of 5 times 5, which is ridiculous. This is combat 5. Combat 6 normally has the bosses doing 20 damage. They're starting at 25, and the buff will mean they're doing 35 damage, more than your standard Seraph. So this will actually stick it at 25 damage per turn, which is pretty nice. We might as well kill our front enemy unit there. Rage up, you're taking 126, which admittedly is not a lot at all, but hey, here's a rage imp. Honestly, I'll save your armor and buff you up too. We're quick, so we don't need to play the vent, I suppose. Okay, we got another spike driver. You're taking 553. This is starting to look a little sketch, but there's 210 damage impalate, which is pretty good. Do we have more imps coming up? 1. But I could also put like another spike driver or something up here. So let's play the imp, kill the imp, and then honestly, we'll play this imp, and we'll play this to get more incant. That floor sucked, but now you're taking 168, and now you're done. Little sketch. But we got the job done. That was not a great combat, but we completed our objective of duplicating a spike driver. Summon, return a random consume spell to your hand. That's Vent. So that's, oh, and Imp in a box, and Unnamed Tome, but we don't really care about duplicating those. Ascend and apply Daze 2. I can see this to build up 1 floor, but the problem is I want to play imps to buff floors, which means I need capacity. Apply plus 5 magic power. We don't care about magic power in this run. So we'll skip. I'm skipping a lot of cards, but if it doesn't fit into the archetype I want, I really don't want to take it. Now, do we need to upgrade units? No. Spike drivers will be upgraded after the next combat. It's a boss fight. We can, in theory, work around these both dying by putting them on the bottom, and then, you know, building like a secondary floor in the middle floor with armor and rage and shard-tailed queens and whatnot. Do we want spells to be upgraded? Do we want cards to be removed? We could remove like a Train Steward Queen's Imp. We're getting imps already every turn. We could remove Frozen Lances. as far as spells and flame being cheaper, double stacking it would be nice. Imp in a box, not consuming and then costing 1 again. Yeah, we have options. I am still thinking though that unit upgrades could be better because we have a lot of units that need upgrades, especially even the imps with endless. I say the imps, I mean the one imp, I suppose. But, you know, multi-strike on the siren could be good. So, let's go left. Let's go for the card removal. Important work holdover. Well, eyeshadows, if only I had the important work. I would love it. It's a great card, actually, but not one that we have. We have too many imps. Let's get rid of an imp. And then we'll forge spells. Double stack is essentially what I wanted on Inflame, so I don't mind this at all. And we'll just make it cost its original cost. Magic power and consume. A high damage flash freeze is okay. High damage frozen lance is also okay to purge it. Remove consume. Do we want an imp in a box to come back around with 2 imps? I think we do, you know. I was saying that if it doesn't fit into the build, we shouldn't add it. Upgrade a unit with plus 25. We can, in fact, make a stronger driver. Or we could just give everything plus 10, including the imps, but that could come around and bite us in the butt if our imps don't die. So we could put 25 HP, this guy is never gonna get played, by the way. We could put 25 HP on one of the spike drivers to bring them up to 91 HP. These spike drivers would have 2 of them, because they'll duplicate. We'll have 91 HP. Or we could give everything plus 10, which means that the imps might be able to tank 2 hits instead of 1. It's a tough call, it really is. I like both options. We don't heal. We have no healing cards at all, so we don't care about Heartless. Making a spike driver better would make them a better tank. But they'll all still be 76s. Imps need to stay alive. Well, kind of do when we only have 2 coming out per turn. I guess we have more than 2 coming out per turn, especially with the imp in a box. I don't care if they die. But then maybe it was for capacity. I really... You know what? Okay, here's the thing. I've taken this before on imps, and the extra HP has prevented me from killing the imps and replacing them with endless imps. So maybe we will just buff one of the spike drivers. Like it can't go wrong, I don't think. So yeah, we'll do it like this. Because especially on floors where I play the, if we can get endless on the welder helper, where I play it at the back and I want to kill it, sometimes I can't if the spell doesn't do enough damage. This targeted spells we have do inflict frostbite though, but still. Looming Dark Shard and Shattering Dark Shard. This is die and this is incant. Die is a good one. We like seeing that one. You don't, well, I guess we have imps, but you know, we'll make it work, we'll make it work. Okay, don't play spells. Ooh. Everything being dazed down here is fine. We want, I hate to say it, I think we want the queen up here. We definitely want you down here. And then honestly, I think you just play the imp and you play the rage imp. Now you're doing 21 damage, why not? Okay, don't die up there. Will do. Okay, and then we have spike drivers. This is what we want down here. So we'll put you in the back so that the imps can tank for you. Nameless Siren could probably go at the top. We can spend our time buffing them and put the tanks in the front, hopefully. Rage, Frozen Lands, Vent. I like the Vent down here, but we can play this for 0. You're taking 40. Also, you need to get played too. Okay. So we'll play the Fledgling Imp. I'm taking 46. You'll die on the next floor, so I'm not that concerned about you. We'll work on slowly killing you, though. Is this Googly Eyes challenges or a mod? No, it's just in the options. Right there, Googly Eyes. It's always there. No spells. All right, well, in that case. You're dazed. You're not killing my spike drivers. I guess there's no spike drivers out, so I don't mind it. You can go here. We can start probably raging this floor. Why did this cost 0? Oh, right, because right, there is a bug. Honestly, I really don't mind raging and buffing these spike drivers right now. Get them going. Might as well play another one of you. Mama. I need another one of these imps to die, but 2 targeted spells will do it, because we're gonna be drawing our spike driver soon. They just keep getting dazed, which is good, but also not what I'm looking for. We need to play more spells up here with the Nameless Siren for sure. I can play this. You're dead. Let's play you. Play you. Dun, dun, dun. There's our spike driver. Can't kill imps. So do we play the spike driver? I need it to die. I got a flash freeze coming up. Maybe I wait and try to get a couple of imps killed and then we'll play it later. I could kill one of my own imps. I'd have to imagine that one is gonna die by the next turn. So we can't worry about that right now. Don't play a spell here, as much as you want to. I don't know, we can play it here. Make sure we have it for the next turn. Sure. And then, I guess we could welder helper up here. And imp. Spells minus spells plus. Does this make the spell I play expensive? You know what? Let's find out. No, the spell I played maintains its cost. Okay, I was curious about that. I've never tested that, I don't think. And good, they're not stunned, so we will in fact lose some imps this turn, which is great. It's exactly what I don't know if we want 2 welder imps, but that's what we got. The sweeper has to go. You're gonna add garbage to my hand, but there's nothing I can do about that. Don't play any imps. No, we can. We can play 1 imp. It'll be fine. We just need 2 of them to die. Yeah, okay. So you might as well rage everyone else. And then at least get you closer to death. Maybe I should have just played it up at the top floor for the rage bonus. Alright, get this out. You're dying, which is fine. Let's get these imps killed, son. Don't play spells. I think we want to flash freeze. Flash freeze. Let's get another... Let's get another imp out. Let's build up this floor. This floor is pretty good. I should have not done that, so I had room for the welder imp. We don't have welder imps. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Also, it's endless. And unfortunately, we did not draw our spike driver. So we need to make sure we have floor capacity. Haha. It is still 240 damage with the Impalate though. That's real freaking good. So I think we'll start there. You hit single times, so a Rage Imp does great work down here. I think a Queen's Imp also does great work down here. Now you're taking 372. Could be better, could be worse. I think I'll just hit you. Okay, now we would like to get the other Spike Driver. We did, and we can play it. And it's a great tank. Now you're taking 316. Man, you are not taking a lot of damage, huh? I think we'll be okay. I think we have the damage output for this. But we gotta get these Spike Drivers leveled up. Thank God for this Impalate, let me just say that much. This is actually a pretty good turn. Flash Freeze, Welder Imp, which is actually not even gonna save us any damage output at all, because he's gonna die in one hit anyways, because this guy does 25 damage. But we made it work. Transcend Imp. Whoo! You like to see it. Hey, guess what? We're gonna take floor capacity. Also, it's plus 20. I thought it was plus 10. That's amazing. So there's 7266s. Oh, you love it. Okay. I'm not even gonna look at that. Let's look at this. Do we want to upgrade units? Probably not. Do we want to remove cards? Probably. Spike Drivers are gonna go out. Can we can't do spells. I'll be honest, I kind of feel like Concealed Cavern, 1 upgrade artifact. You know, if we can get Endless on the Transcend Imp, that would be insane. Rage, armor, damage, possibly energy. I think we'd like to have it. And we get the artifact, which could be double summon. It's not, but it could be. We'll take merchant cost. Yeah, we could have also made the Impalate do double damage on the top floor. I don't think we need to worry about that. Dupe 5 times. Unfortunately, you can't. That only appears early in the game, I hear. So now we'll get more imps, including Welder Helper imps. Oh my god, a large stone? Large stone Welder Helper imp. Before we do that, let's check the Concealed Cavern. Playing a Blight card deals damage. When summoned, units get +1 for every Blight card. Blight card heals you. +1 attack for every Blight card. That would be +5 attack. Who cares? Leave. This is like the worst event in the entire game. It's almost useless most of the time. I don't know why they haven't reworked it. Can Transcend Imp trigger itself? No, that would be silly. Because notice that this is not summon. These say on summon triggers when played. This just says when played repeat summons. It is not a summon effect technically, so it doesn't trigger itself. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. If you make him endless, he's not going to do double, then 4 times, then 8 times, then 16 times, because he's not a summon effect. It doesn't work. I'm eyeballing that large stone. The problem is we don't have a lot of floor capacity with the imps. So I am thinking like +20, +10 might be just like a little bit better. Like just putting +10 on Cold Celia is probably better than making her large. We can still make something large, which is amusing. Could make a beefy horned warrior, I guess. Sure, let's make a beefy horned warrior. It's like terrible. Bum 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 bum. Restore all health when they move up a floor. You have 190 health. Can I do 190 damage to you in a turn? Imps do, spike drivers do 72, which is 144 per floor. I'm gonna say no to this trial. I don't think we can do it. We'd have to stack armor or rage rather very early on spike drivers, which means we have to draw the spike drivers. I mean, in theory, we could have the spike drivers up at the top floor and then try to rage them. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, we could do it. There should only be one gilded wing per round. And eventually there's going to be a shield guy in the front, but we should have enough rage before then. And Chad is right. I guess I do have that Impalate card if we draw it early. But we do have a 33 card deck. This could work. The thing is, we need Cold Celia at the bottom for the quick. We need you to tank. Then, we need to get the spike drivers kind of like built up on the upper floors. So I'm gonna start on the top floor, weirdly enough. And I'm gonna try to rage him as long as I can, because we're gonna kind of need it. So you're dazed, which is great. You're taking no damage. That's fantastic. So we're gonna start raging essentially now. Yeah, that's fine. We might as well give... Might as well give you some armor and then flash freeze our own imp. And then play the Queen Imp to tank, and then play the Vent so we don't have to deal with you next turn. Sad no endless. I guess if I had enough money, I could re-roll it. So you're actually just gonna make it up because I didn't draw when I needed to draw, because that was the other thing, is that if you don't draw, you know, 2 spike drivers within the first 3 turns, you're gonna do 50 damage to the pyre, which is just dumb. But, you know, we can get the rage stacked up a little bit more. Another welder helper imp. I actually do like doing this here so I can get the incant off of it. And we're also not going to kill the next one, so that's another 50 damage coming up. Word Gurg, thank you for the resub. Burger. Ah, it's another 50 flipping damage. Good God. It'd be nice if I, you know, didn't take 50 damage every turn. You're taking 154? Five damage to all units. Good. He tanked at least one of those hits. Like, this will increase damage by 6 per stack, and you're gonna get 4 stacks. Increases the damage by 24, 25? So 154 goes to 179. I'm gonna play you up here. You're taking 101. Not like it's actually gonna matter how much damage you take, because I can't kill you. You know what? I do like killing the imps down here for free. Alright, there's another 50 damage. Should have maybe taken some card draw at some point, but I was really hoping to get, you know, what we needed a little bit earlier. But now you're dead. You know, it just took a few turns to get to this point. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. By the way, here's a Transcend Imp. Are we ready for the Transcend Imp? Yeah, we probably should just play it up here. It's gonna give absurd rage and armor, but well, you know, let's give it a little bit more armor. 120 armor. That's so good. I wish we didn't take literally 100 damage getting to this point, but hey, we got 400 gold. Yay, everybody, we got gold. Hey, hoo, I gotta stop taking this 7th floor trial. God, it blows so much. And also, like, the boss doesn't matter, because I just realized we have the unnamed tome. Like, the boss is gonna get totally destroyed. Probably on the bottom floor, too. Jeez, almost. And you're dead. Alright, perfect. So we haven't really seen much of the spike drivers, but we're getting there. Does Transcendent count every imp of the battle? Yes! If I play 5 imps, it'll do 5 effects. Sacrifice imp, gain 2, draw 1. Yes, please! Offering. Apply sap 2 to enemy units. Daze units. Discard your hand. We don't have a discard synergy, but just keeping something alive for a turn could be very good. And then, like, honestly, I think we should just go heal. I screwed up, and honestly, spell upgrades would mean a lot since we have low energy. Frozen to a random card in your hand. That's so good. 4 stacks of armor every time it's applied. That's also real good. I'll take that first. Holdover. Holdover! Important work means we gain 2 energy and draw 1 every turn, and now we don't have to worry about energy so much, but we still have to draw that card for it to actually be very useful. So, we're still gonna upgrade things. I still don't mind upgrading this, and re-rolling, and double stack. Armor 14 is not as good as armor 18. Daze 2 is pretty good though. Plus 10, don't care. Make a spell cheaper, probably don't care. Yeah, if I reroll, I can't afford anything. So let's get the -1 on Flash Freeze, and then remove a card. Cord. Move Frozen Lance. 56 HP. That's not that bad as long as we get something early. Whether it's Impalate, whether it's the Imp Drawer card, whether it's a couple of Spike Drivers. We just need something early. And if we get any of those somethings early, we're pretty good. Now, admittedly, we need to armor up for when this guy gives us melee weakness. This guy has like 6 billion mechanics going on, but eventually also we'll manage to get the rally and incant out of here. So I think we're gonna start on like the 2nd floor with a Siren Shard Tail Queen. I hate that you are here. God, I hate that. Because the melee weakness is gonna stay forever until it gets activated, so we need to put armor on you so we can purge it. But they're also doing 60. Hold on, they're doing 80 damage! It's turn 2! You dicks! Alright, you know, I think that's pretty good. That solves that floor. Then we'll play a... There's more capacity here, but we're gonna put 2 spike drivers on both floors anyways. So we'll start 1 here. Giving you rage. God, I really don't want to make you any stronger. I guess you can go out as well. And then I think we'll end turn. We'll keep those imps in the deck. We don't have to play them. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Cold Celia goes down here, behind the Spike Driver. Fortify can go on you. We also got an Impelate. Impelate could just kill you. Seems like a pretty good opportunity to do that. Could also daze someone. We also do need the armor. We need the rage. You're stunned because you were summoned, that's right. We have a Frozen Lance. We kind of do want to get rid of the card, so should have played it here for the incamp. That was my bad. I hate that you're down here again, but at least you just melee weaknessed the imp. By playing imps at the front, we will give good melee weakness targets at least, which is a good way of handling it, except for you. You're gonna get hit for a massive amount of damage, but kill your buffs, and then, oh hey look, I can play cards. I don't... Ah, right, you're quick, that's why you're living. That makes sense. Don't play the Horned Warrior, you wanna play Spike Drivers. Play a... Play a... Welder Imp here... And, Frozen Lance an event? We really need our other units out here so I can, you know, buff them with those Rage Imps. Ah, hey look, another Spike Driver. Another Spike Driver. So we want to leave a spot open for more imps, I think, on every floor. On every floor. So we'll play you. We'll just impelate anything that's gonna be living, so you. You need to kill imps so we can play more imps. And honestly, well, no, Rage Imps go down here. Then we got an imp in a box. Deal damage. All right, it's pretty sweet. 10, 30, 23. We'll play you at the front. Get you out of the deck. Deal damage. Rage. You know what? You can start getting raged. And we'll put the armor on something and end turn. Our imps are not dying fast enough. I need to kill like 10 imps per turn. There's my important work finally. I was waiting for this card. 2 Spike Drivers at the bottom. It's fine. It does a lot of damage. Need to play in Flame. That's gonna go on probably the... Like that's so little Frostbite. I don't think you do it on the bottom. The bottom is kind of okay. I think we want to start stacking up like mid and top floor. I could put it on you. But considering your melee weakness, you're gonna be in a rough spot for surviving, let's say. I think I want to stack up the top floor. And then you're dying in 1 hit. You'll live if I do this. And you're all living. Give me the Welder Helper Rage. Give me a Welder Helper. Like, you're stunned. You're not even hitting. That explains it. I was wondering. I was like, what's going on up here? I don't see this working, but I'm gonna try. So we need to sack an imp. We can play both Spike Drivers if I had the capacity, which I don't. Which blows, just to let you know. It does in fact blow. Then I could give you 144 armor and a whole buttload of rage on this floor if I really wanted to. I don't know, do you save the Transcend Imp and hope you can get around to them fast enough? We do have just like an absurd number of imps in our deck, and we can't get through them fast enough. We just can't. I'm losing 1 imp on this floor. That's not what I need. I need to lose more than that. Like, okay, why don't you just tank? And then, I don't know, I can't really play anything else, so we'll just give you some rage. Okay, flash freeze! Hey, I should have added more of these to the deck, shouldn't I have? We're only doing 136 freaking damage. Okay, now we're doing 414, which is actually pretty decent. Hold over, kill an imp, draw a card. Kill you. Kill you. I'm gonna leave 2 capacity here. We'll play 2 units here because why not? You'll tank a hit, and you'll tank 2 hits. So we'll start with you, and then we'll rage ya. Leave that one in the deck. I didn't even look at how much damage we were doing, but it has to be better than what it was. Okay, you know, 18 frostbite, that's okay. Right? 390 damage. You're taking 2,000? I guess we do have like 10 turns of invincibility here thanks to these freaking imps. So we'll ice one of them, who's doing 27 damage admittedly. But then we'll just, you know, play another one. I mean, honestly, we'll just rage up the imp. You're taking 2,100. You're taking 2,500 damage from the imp floor. I honestly don't believe it, but I guess with 200 armor, we're living for quite a while. I'm surprised that the floor is doing as well as it is. You took 69 damage from the melee weakness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, hey, there's our spike driver floor. We really didn't need the spike drivers, it turns out, but it was still nice to have. They didn't do as much as I expected they would. Honestly, that ended up being just imp related. Railhammer giving us more armor and then getting the Transcendent meant that in one imp we could gain, you know, 20 stacks of rage and then 200 armor, and that was enough to make us live. Now I really still feel bad about losing 100 damage on that 7th encounter, but I guess it ended up working in the end. It was probably a bit of a dumb idea, but yeah, was it really dumb if it ended up working and we won the run? I don't know. Regardless, good run. Shardtail Queen with the Fledgling Imp and Welder Helper imps every turn. Really, really, really does feel like you need as much capacity as possible. We were struggling to find ways of killing our own imps. And honestly, I don't know what you would do to add more things to kill your own imps. We only got one important work at the end of the freaking game right after the 7th fight, and we were able to fortunately give it holdover. But other than having, like, where were they? Flash freezes. We had no other ways of killing our own imps. We needed something else to do that so that we could constantly kill them and then replay them and kill them and replay them. The thing that I always forget about when I'm dealing with this queen, and I don't play this queen that often, but after the 6th fight, you're getting more imps. You go from getting one rage imp to a rage imp and an armor imp every turn, and you gotta find places to put those imps. You're gonna need capacity. You're gonna need a lot of capacity, and even just taking 2 capacity was almost not enough capacity. We need that one concealed cavern event that's like +3 capacity on a random floor or +1 capacity all floor, and then maybe you can, you know, get your spike drivers out along with everything else. But I guess we did make them large stone, trying to make super colony spike drivers. It was still fun. How come only... Oh, no. Okay, it's ×2. I was like, why do I only have one imp or one spike driver with the heartstone? No, they're both there. Okay. In any case, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.